Hello, it's me, NCR, again, here at the Hillville Cemetery. We have a cemetery reflection, and today is Monday, June 15th, and I was here at the Hillville Cemetery yesterday, and recorded a short little video. Yesterday was my brother Clayton's birthday, so today yesterday I was here, and today I just kind of got a few thoughts in my mind. Basically, it's because of the kind of the different things that are going on, all across the country, is what's been getting, yeah, that's where my thoughts have been. Okay. Let me explain myself. So, as the founder of the Sunshine, I like to just create lots of godly resources, amazing resources and stuff. And I'm creating like the Cemetery Reflection podcast. I don't want to talk about things like COVID-19 because there's so many, ministries, places. Every day is about emails. Inbox is still with things talking about COVID-19. I mean, at least that was the way it was a couple of weeks ago when COVID-19 started. So that's the thing. So I have never made anything that really talked about that. But then also another thing that's going on like all throughout the United States is like racism stuff. And there's so I just wanted to talk about that a little bit today. And so I may be a little bit behind the times because like I heard about that a few weeks ago and I haven't like made anything or said anything really about it too much. But I just wanted to say today that just, life is too short to be racist. Life is too short to hate others. Life is too short, for things like that. But the sad thing is life is long enough that we experience things like that. We experience racism. We experience hatred. We experience these different things. And it's sad that that we have to experience these things because we shouldn't. And so, there are black people in the world. I mean, and I'm not a professional on this topic and stuff. I'm just, but I just wanted to say a few words that, just because their skin color is different, we shouldn't treat them any different, Like, we shouldn't look down upon them. We shouldn't, they're equals. And they're people just like us. And it's so sad that they've had a horrible, experience and that they've been mistreated by us white people. But that's happening out in the United States, and I'm up here in Canada, and so, yeah, I'm really not a professional racism and all that. I don't do my research. I should have maybe did more research before I record this, but stuff like that's going on in Canada, like the, I don't even know the correct term for them, but Indian, First Nation, for Canada's First Nation people, or they've been really mistreated and looked down upon, and and it's not good. Life is too short for racism. It's too short to it's too short to treat people differently based upon their skin color and stuff. And so I don't know who you are, but I encourage you just to to not be racist. And just to have love in your heart for others. And I kind of think that's all I wanted to say today. I'm not a professional on the topic, but I know that if we don't say anything, if we're silent, it's as if silence speaks louder than words. And so I just want to say that, I myself am personally taking a stand and saying, that I love others. And, another topic, kind of a side thing that's kind of unrelated to racism is just fighting in wars. Like, as Christians, we shouldn't fight. We shouldn't be in, we should never fight, we're commanded to love our neighbors and love ourselves. And, and Jesus told, a parable of the New Testament about, the parable of the Good Samaritan. And, and he asked at the end of that, who was the neighbor to that person that was beaten up? And it was the one who showed mercy to him. And so we can all, the world is so small. You can't say that, oh, he's not my neighbor, and you're not my neighbor, and all this, that. No. Every single human being in this world is your neighbor. And so we need to love our neighbors and love people. And we shouldn't, we should never fight. We should never hate. And it's just, life is too short for that. I mean, but it's long enough that we experience things like that. But it's sad that we have to experience things like that. And so that is just, yeah. Once again, I just want to say the main thing I just wanted to say today is just love. Love one another. Love. Have love in your heart. Show love. And that'll help you get more out of life. Being loving is, yeah, that's a way to get more out of life. And yeah, so, like I said, I'm not a professional. Maybe you could have said more. Maybe you could have said it differently. But, yeah, the reason I created this podcast is to help you get more out of life. And I hope you like this. Stay tuned for more great episodes to come. And you can find this podcast everywhere podcasts are available. On YouTube, on Spotify, on Anchor, on, everywhere you can, everywhere you listen to podcasts, you can listen to this one if you want to listen to it anywhere to make it easy. Yeah, whatever. I messed up saying that, whatever. Yeah.